We're getting logged in here, getting all the little goodies set up for today. You probably are hearing some background noise, so I'm going to be quiet for a while, and you can listen to the background noise while I get the last little bit set up. But we'll be starting here pretty soon, about 7 o'clock. I have been watching Debbie Does Sales on YouTube, and I've been enjoying her show. And I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that she talked about today in my show today, where we're talking about growing your business. Um, I'm The businesses that we're going to be talking about are all kinds, not just e-commerce, but like blogs and everything. But mostly, it's all kind of lumped together. I'm going to share some information, some apps. I believe my moderators will be in. I think maybe both, or I'm pretty sure one of them for sure. And hopefully they can drop some links. But if not, I am going to go to YouTube. This is another reason why I do a pre-show. Debbie's still live, but I'm going to have to leave there and go to my channel. This is what I do every setup. Let me get rid of that music in case that's getting on your nerves. All right, so it says I'm live. So let's see if I'm live. Well, I'm live. I think I'm live. Let's see if it comes up. There's always a delay. Let me close that down. Here we go. All right, I believe I am locked up, but I believe I'm live. It's buffering quite a bit because my stream just started. All right, let's go to my live chat. I'm going to test it. Hello, starting soon. We're going to have fun tonight. It's a big topic, growing your business. And we're going to also talk about when you grow a business, you have to understand it's more than just one thing that you're doing, that you're setting up. That's how you start out. But it gets a little more complicated than that. So we're going to get into that a little bit. Starting soon. Let's see if my chat will work. I believe so. Yes, that's me on YouTube. Now we've got to cut 1 or 2 minutes before showtime. So we're just going to pop over to, I don't know. We could go to Facebook, but my moderators tend to go there. So you know what? Let's see if I can find it. I have to do this fairly quickly because I do like to start on time. I'm not sure I'll be able to find it actually. Here it is. We're going to pop over to Twitch real quick because we're streaming on. I should check it, but I don't have time. I waited too long. Okay, let's see here. I do read here. Here we are. We are live. And I'm going to say hello from Twitch and see if that comes through. Awesome. It sure did. Okay, well, that means all of our little goodies are working today. You know what? Just to be obstinate, I may just put my links and stuff in Twitch because I don't really get any activity on Twitch. And really, I don't get a whole lot of activity on YouTube right when I film, right when I begin filming. All right, which you know what? It's just a little tiny bit early. But since it's a little tiny early, let's put something kind of fun in here before I even start the show. Let's see. Let me grab one of my little video things in here. You know what I'll do? I'll put my recipes for you app and I'll give you guys that link, but I'll do it after we go live. It stays on there long enough that other networks can copy it if you're not able to see it right off. So here we go. This is the recipes for you live. I have my mug up there in the corner. There's no soundtrack to this. It's an app. Now, this app is from a Facebook group, which I absolutely love. I've been a member of before I was in e-commerce and everything else. It is Recipes for You group. That's Linda's group. We are having a few skipped frames, so I'm not sure the quality that's coming through on your image. But normally it runs pretty well. But we're in pre-show, so I'm just talking about my Recipes for You app. I made this app for the group. It features my recipes and the biggest recipes, of course, and there are Linda's, and Jody has recipes in there too. Those are linked out. It's also full of all kinds of awesome stuff. So, it's not just anyone trying to sell you anything. By the way, everything I talk about and I give away, guys, that's all free. I don't charge for stuff. If there's something I'm going to charge for, you'll know it because I'll tell you. All righty. Well, guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? It's showtime. Well, hello. Let's give this just a moment to pop up. And by the way, you will notice I'm always looking at myself in the camera instead of the camera. I have a terrible habit of doing that. All right. Now, I told everyone in the pre show that I was going to give you an app that I ran the little ad for that might have been choppy. I'm getting a lot of skip frames here. So my signal might not be too good today. I'm not the only one. A lot of people have been having some trouble. All right, so let's give you this app real quick so we can get going here. I am taking my time because this has to be done exactly correct or it will not work. I'm giving you a bit.ly link. If it shows, crap. If it shows a dash, if it shows a capital letter, you must put that in there. Okay, otherwise the link won't work. Now I'm sending these links from Twitch because I really don't have much activity on Twitch, and I thought, it works pretty good. And actually their chat is awesome. It's mixed into Restream. All right, our topic for tonight. Well, first, I guess I should introduce myself. You can see me plastered all over here. My name is Roger Keyserling. You might not be able to read that little graphic, but my name is Roger Keyserling. I've been an e-commerce seller for eons. But on eBay, I was really, hey, Ed, how are you doing? That's my VA in the Philippines. By the way, Ed, go ahead while you're there on Facebook, because it will appear on the screen. I would like you to put your website link. Oh, and hi, Perfect Finds. I'd like you to put your website link in there for your VA service. By the way, little plug before we even get started. I make websites. I'm very, very cheap to make them because I make them off a free service, so you don't have to pay anything after we get it set up. You can do them yourself. I can train you how to do that too. I have two different methods. Most people, just because I'm so cheap, they just say, hey, I can open it up out of the box and use it. So I charge them $225 and I make it. We sign it over. You fill out a few things. You got a website. But I'm not here to sell websites, guys. But I did make one real quick. It's a real basic one. My VA will have to make it from there on out because I gave it to him for free. I don't charge people that I employ or even my friends sometimes for websites. So he has a website. I guess he has openings. I don't know. He stays pretty busy, but if you are interested in someone very reliable, Ed is great. He has passwords to everything. Just FYI, and I don't hand those out. So Ed is great, and he's worked for both Melissa Paz. I don't know if you guys know her. She's kind of out of e-commerce now. She spoke at eBay Open, but he worked for her and myself. Plus, he had a team member that worked for me as well. So if you want to put your link to your site, if I can remember it, maybe I can do it. No, I don't remember it. My head's full of what I'm going to talk about. But if you want to put your link in Facebook there, it should pop up on the screen, and I have no problem with that. Okay, so our topic for today is growing your business, the tools you need, things like that. Now, before my show, and it may even be still going, Debbie Does Sales is on, and Debbie is awesome. So she gave me several plugs in her show, which was very sweet. She didn't have to do that. But we are going to be kind of playing a little game since one is before the other. And we have two different styles of show. I'm the boring one, guys. I make it fun, but I'm the one in there telling you about algorithms and IFTTT and things you probably never even heard of that you can use for your business. She tells you what you need to know to get it going. I tell you a little bit more about how you can get it going in a different way where actually you're not reliant on a platform. I was reliant. My whole thing begins today with a little story. We're going to talk about how to grow your business. First, you need to know what I'm talking about with my business so it makes sense to you. I'm going to do real quick because no one wants to hear me talk about myself, but I'm going to do it very quickly. Long time ago, I got this pretty scar. Long time ago, I got murdered. Came back from the dead. I'm not going to go into details, but I mean came back from the dead, not just under. But I did, and it had a whole bunch of consequences, which I still pay for today. And I go to the hospital daily. No big deal. I'm alive. That's blessing enough. But I can't, I also have PTSD, so I can't do the big shot jobs that I used to have. I used to be very successful, but before e-commerce, we'll talk about another time. But I was very successful at several businesses. Okay, so let's move along. So the first kind of things I did was I worked when I wasn't supposed to for companies. I'd get really big jobs, and then I'd have to stop because they'd find out I was working there. So I did that. But, I just couldn't keep doing that. So I said, I've got to come up with something. I cannot live on my disability because I had already paid in by the time I was 30 enough to pay disability until I was 85. So no big deal. Wasn't on welfare. I was on disability. So that would pay my dry cleaning bills. And maybe you could go shopping for a little food that month. But that's about it. And no dead end is all you could call that. You have to, just like Debbie was talking about in her show, life is constant change, and business to me has always been part of my life. So as one thing changes, sorry, my hair's a mess. So one thing is another comes up, and that's the point of this long drawn out story. I want to explain that business is not just going to the store, finding a good ROI on an item, listing it, marketing it, doing the little things that I'm going to teach you to do, and things that you figure out to do on your own, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, that would be wonderful if we lived in a static universe, meaning if you could come up, like, perfect example sitting right in front of me. And by the way, you get these free if you just send me your address in a private message. These are fidget spinners. By the way, there are DeLuna, a brand that I bought from a friend of mine that I still have available for sale, I think, on Poshmark. But that's neither here nor there. This fidget spinner. Remember when these came out? As a matter of fact, that's why I have thousands of these. My friend that I was in business with bought a whole bunch because she was jumping on the market. The problem wasn't planned ahead. Now, there's a lot to the story, but